Guys, I'm back again, and today I got the 6-month ownership review on the ZL1. The bitch filthy, so I gotta take her to town. We're gonna go to town real quick, drop off this U-Haul because I just moved to Florida. I am no longer in Houston, Texas. So if you're in Houston, Texas, and you're seeing this, I'm sorry, but it wasn't for me. I'm in Florida now. I gotta get up in this Florida sun. But I gotta run down to town, get this, get a detail kit to detail this filthy bitch right here, and then I'm gonna come clean her up. Take a couple clips or whatnot, and then I'm gonna get straight into this ownership review. Man, I appreciate y'all for watching. This monetized channel feels so much better, and now that I've done collected some revenue off of it, I'm really motivated. So you guys stay tuned to watch everything that's coming soon. Yeah, she filthy. Got the Mississippi tag on there, unfortunately, but I'll tell y'all why. The reason I keep the Mississippi tag is because I keep my vehicles registered in Mississippi. Reason being is because this right here, you ain't seeing inside of there. The cops cannot write you, troopers, whatever, they cannot write you out of state if your vehicle is registered in Mississippi where tint is legal. And if you're in Mississippi, know your rights. They cannot ticket you. Headed to town to go drop off this U-Haul. Got it behind me here. Yeah, got everything moved out of here. Well, back up here to Florida about 3 days ago is when we got here. We've been here about 3 days. And we actually packed up and moved all in one day. I don't play no games, so I had the whole house packed. When I said it's time to move, it was time to move. I had the whole house packed. I had everything in the U-Haul, and we were gone that night. We started that morning, we were gone that night, and the next day here we are in Florida. So anyway, I love it. I love Florida already. I've been here several times out in my life, probably 20 times. I mean, it ain't no big deal. But I'm just happy to be here permanently. I'm ready to see I'm ready to see where life goes where we're at now. And we're looking for a house right now. I actually stayed with my granddad for a little bit, but looking for a house right now, trying to buy one. There was no time to waste with getting out of Texas, so I've looked at a couple already, and I'm gonna make a decision this week. And yeah, we'll see what happens from there. But we're gonna get right into this video. As soon as I drop this thing off, I'm gonna pick up some oil, go home, we'll change the oil, wash the car, all that good stuff. I'm sure I'll have a couple clips in there, and we get straight to this 6-month review. I just changed the oil, took the thing out, got oil all in my hair, fucking soaked the crown, missed the whole pan. But anyway, so yeah, I'm sure all of y'all know how to change your own oil. If not, I'm not hating or saying anything negative, but you should know how. So if you don't, all you do is jack the car up with a jack. You can slide it in there, put it on the, what I did is on the skid plate. It didn't even bend it. They're pretty strong. So I jacked up on the skid plate, took the bolt out. You take the filter out, put the filter back in after everything's drained, put the bolt back in, then you start pouring oil in. It's pretty simple. I went with STP motor oil this time, full synthetic 5W40. It called for 0W40, but I wanted something with a little more weight. I went 15W40 on my 1LE one time, and that's for track use only, and it was not good for daily driving. It actually hurted. So this time I went with the lighter, but I still had to get a little heavier than what it called for, because I didn't like the 0W40, so I went with 5W40. This is the only brand that they had in stock, Euro full synthetic. The only one they had in stock, so it's what I got. It's what I went with. I'm not doing any serious racing anytime soon or anything, so it'll be all right. I'm sure I'll do a performance oil change on here, performance filter, all that stuff when I get ready to run, but I'm probably not even racing anybody until I get my full bolt-ons done, which will be coming next month. But yeah, so I'm gonna put this oil in here, and then we're gonna get into the video. While this oil's pouring in, check out my Gramps 1975 Stingray Corvette. What a beauty. Got the red seats in there. Shit, I think the window's down. Let's see. Yeah, window's down. Woo! What a beauty. 160 on the dash. Not bad, not bad. It's the T-top, so top does come off. I might do a whole nother video on this car, let y'all see it. So if you see it somewhere in this video, go check it out. All right, guys, I got y'all propped up in my steering wheel, so just ignore that. Let me move it over a little bit. Just ignore that while we're doing this. But So 6 month ownership review on the ZL1. This is a 2019. It's not brand new. It's a 2019. But when I bought it, it was pretty much brand new. It had like 10,000 miles on it. Well, actually 11,000 miles on it exactly. I think it was like 11,100, but anyway, that's irrelevant. It was basically a brand new car. They said the owner was an old man. He hardly ever drove it, which I'm sure that they probably would say that to anybody to get them to buy it. But I think they were telling the truth. Hopefully they were telling the truth. I think it was like Finlay Chevrolet, or maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll figure out the name and put it in somewhere in the video. Maybe not. But anyway, it was a great dealership, great people. It was out of North Carolina. This is the second Camaro I bought out of North Carolina. My first SS I bought out of North Carolina, and this one I bought out of Charlotte, North Carolina. No, the black car, actually my SS, I bought out of South Carolina. This one I bought out of North Carolina. So Carolinas, that's where the good deals are at. So if you're looking, look in the Carolinas for the cars, because that's where the best deals are at, obviously. I didn't get the chance to clean out my interior, but you can't see it very well anyway, so it's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the video. So with the ZL1, man, I do most definitely love it way better than the SS. I love the SS. I'm still a huge fan of the SS. If you have an SS, I'm not knocking it. They're awesome cars. They got so much power. They're all motor beasts, and I really like them. You know, a full bolt-on SS is going to beat the ZL1 off the line. And actually, in the 8th mile, I think it'll take the win, especially since we can't hook. Now, a full drag pack on a track, that may be a different story. The ZL1 is definitely a completely different ball game. Now, they say that you can supercharge the SS and get the same results, actually faster results, especially if you're FBO with the supercharger. Then you're really looking at a fast car. They're actually lighter. This car, I believe, weighs around 3,800 pounds, and the SS that I had weighed around 3,600 pounds. So it is a good bit of difference in weight there. And it's a great difference in power. When I first got this car, I'm used to the SS. I had a full bolt-on SS, and I could slam the gas to the floor. And I mean, wow. I mean, it was serious, you know. But I wasn't scared. I'd slam that thing to the floor, snatch back, and we were rolling. But with this car, when I went and got it, I went about half throttle. I pushed it about half throttle, and we were all over the road. So I was immediately told my boy, I was like, man, we're going to have to get used to this thing. It's going to take some time. I'm going to have to get used to it for about a month before I start driving it crazy. And needless to say, it took about 3 weeks, and I was sliding it everywhere. You know, it's just me. But it has a significant amount of power compared to the SS. Like, it's got a lot more power, that's for sure. I mean, of course, you read it, 455 horsepower stock on the SS, and then 650 horsepower stock on the ZL1. You can tell, but the SS just such a beast. A lot of people don't compare them like that based off the horsepower, and you can't all the time compare off horsepower, because horsepower does not mean everything. You know, you got weight that factors in, mods, all that stuff. But let's get back to, you know, the ZL1. Let's stop talking about the SS so much. I really love the ZL1. It's got so much power. I love it. It's just the only thing is I can't hook. If you get a ZL1, be ready to get them radials, or be ready to have a drag pack, something, because you're gonna need it, especially if you're trying to race. I mean, on the highway, I can hit this car in 2nd or 3rd gear, doesn't matter, and spin through in a whole gear, sometimes 2 gears. I've hit it in 3rd before and spin all the way through the rest of 3rd and spun all the way through 4th on the interstate, on the freeway in Houston. I mean, a lot of races I did on the highway, roll races, I was sideways, I mean, could not catch. So you gotta have money ready to get them radials when you get this thing, if you're gonna be trying to race it, because the street tires just ain't gonna do the trick. Now, I will say it depends on what kind of pavement you're on, because on the back roads out there, I could punch it in 2nd, hook and stick and go. But on the freeway, I just couldn't hook. I don't know. So I guess it just depends on the pavement. But you still do some decent roll racing with it, but don't dig races. Probably not going to happen unless you baby it, pedal it in. You know, you're going to need that drag pack. But overall, I've really loved the ZL1 since I've had it 6 months now. I will say I have ran into a couple little issues. So I just changed the oil today. I really rode on it longer than I should have without changing the oil. You guys need to change the oil at minimum every 10,000 miles. I went about 16,000 miles without changing my oil. So I had 2% oil life when I changed it today. So that was really bad. I should not have done that. But I haven't been riding the car. I've been riding it easy. We drove it down here to Florida in touring mode, whatever. Brakes. I've got one problem with the front brakes. I ain't had it 6 months, 16,000 miles. And my front left brake calipers are going bad, and actually I think my rotor is warped.
which they say it's from water. You're in a low car, you're getting a lot more water, especially when it's raining and things like that. But I am getting a lot of roaring when I'm slowing down in my left side in the front, so I'm gonna have to check that out. I went and got it tuned. Well, actually, first thing I did was cut the cats out. I went and cut all the cats out. It's the first thing I do with my cars. And I got it tuned. And when I did, I actually went and got it tuned from a local tuner. He's a great guy. I love him to death. I mean, he's an awesome guy, but he just is not qualified to tune a car like this, I don't think. I like the tune. It's decent. He did good for what he does, but I'm scared. I'm super scared because I've heard some stories about some things that have happened to some vehicles because he tuned them. And it's just got me a little bit worried, so I hadn't been running my car or really messing with it too much until I get that taken care of, get it retuned by a professional, which I'm going to go with Prey Performance, of course. That's just who I like. GPI, I hear a lot of great talk about them. Got some friends that use GPI, but Prey Performance is just going to be my home. It's going to be where I'm at. Now, I have an engine light on. The reason I have an engine light on is not because I cut the cats out, because of course that was the reason, then I got it tuned, but I also went ahead and had him tune it for the E85 kit. So I haven't got the E85 kit and got it put on here yet, but the moment I put it on the car and reset the battery, he said that the engine light will be completely gone, because the reason it's on right now is because that sensor is not hooked up for the E85 kit. Now, it was okay for him to put the tune on the car without the E85 kit on here, because even when you get the E85 kit put on here and you get the tune, you can still run 93 if you'd like. You're not stuck to having to run E85. So anyway, there's not too much to say about it. There's not much different between this and the SS, and I did the ownership review on the SS already, and if you haven't seen it, go check it out. I'll drop it down here in the corner of the video. And also, I will come back this week. I'm going to be going and getting my muffler cut out. The reason I'm going to go get my muffler cut out is because, yes, active exhaust is awesome. I really love it, but you know, when you got the valves closed, you're hearing a lot of spinning inside the steering wheel. Same thing ZL1 as the SS. It's just spinning inside. It sounds like it's inside the steering wheel. Of course it's not, but it sounds like it is. And it sounds kind of bad, especially when you're in tour mode or snow and ice mode. And I just really don't like that sound. Which that sound is still going to happen when I get into 8th, 9th, 10th gear, even with the muffler out. But I'm going to completely straight pipe it and gut it. I want it loud because I went to all the Houston car meets and my car just was not loud enough. Maybe loud enough for them, but not loud enough for me. I did get the rev limiter removed, of course, because that's the first thing you got to do. I mean, if you want to rev, you got to get that rev limiter removed, because if you know a Camaro, you know, wow, and that's all you're gonna get. So I had to get that taken off. But yeah, the only thing I see different really with the ZL1 is, I mean, they load this thing down to the max. They do the small little detail, deep shit that you wouldn't think about. Inside my air vents, inside these air vents here, is suede. Inside the air vents, the steering wheel suede like the 1LE. So that's the thing about the ZL1. When you get a ZL1, you're basically getting an SS 1LE, because I have noticed the suspension feels exactly the same. A lot of the options inside the dash are exactly the same as the 1LE, but not the same as the SS. The 2SS does not have the same features as the 1LE. And the ZL1 non-1LE still has the same features as an SS 1LE. So I can't even imagine what the ZL1 1LE has, because that's not what I have, but it's probably not too different. I guess that suspension and stuff is just a standard with the ZL1. You're getting the suede steering wheel, suede seats with red stitching in them though, red seat belts on mine, you know, red stitching everywhere, even on the gear shifter, all over in the car. It's really nice. It's suede everything, and the suspension is just so tight and built for a circle track. Now, I don't know what could have happened. You know, I don't know if maybe somebody, if this has a 1LE package on it or has upgrades of a 1LE on it, and I just don't know about it and they didn't inform me when I bought it, or if this is just what the regular ZL1s come with. So if you guys know, please comment down below, because that'd be great. I really need to know the answers to that. But it's real stiff, and it came with the Supercar 3 tires on here, and I hate them. I absolutely hate them Supercar 3 tires. They come on 1LEs, and I freaking hate them. They don't hook worth a shit. The only thing they do is turn good. So I'm in the process. I'm going to leave the front ones on, of course, but I'm in the process of getting the drag radials to put on the back so I can really stick and see what this thing is really about. But it did get a lot faster with that tune after cutting the cats out. Well, I cut the cats out, it got slower, and then I got the tune, and it got faster than when it was stock, so it doubled up. But anyway, it runs real good. I love the ZL1. If you're thinking about getting one, I haven't had any major problems out of it. I hadn't had anything really go wrong with it. I had a flat tire, but like I said, I put that slime kit in there, sealed it right up, right back on the road. That was pretty nice. Yeah, I mean, 19, don't get a 2019. I mean, well, I say that, but it's the smart choice to go with the older if you're getting a ZL1, because there's nothing different in a 2019 ZL1 and a 2023. I hadn't seen a 24 yet, but 2019 to 2023, they're all the exact same, except for you do get the flow tie, even on a ZL1. I know it's an SS thing, but you do get the flow tie on the ZL1 too, I have noticed. And that's a little more airflow. Not sure if it matters too much, but they do say the 19s are faster, so we have yet to see. But the backup camera, well, not the backup camera, but the rear view camera for your rear view mirror up there is on the wing, even on the 19 ZL1, just like it is on the SS, which is a pain in the ass, because when you go to get a new wing, you got to put that camera in the new wing. And that's a downfall for me. I really hate that. But I'm gonna have to replace my wing anyway, because hauling my car up to Texas the first time and had my buddy's folder on the back, the straps broke. 4 straps, 2 on the front, 2 on the back. They broke. Folder rolled into my car, cracked my wing, put tire marks on the back of my car, but it did. The tire marks came off, but the wing is cracked. It's not in bad shape. You can't even notice it till you get up close at all, but it did crack it. Didn't mess up the camera, but I'm gonna have to replace that wing. And of course I'm going with that LT1 wing, which, well, wicker bill. I'm gonna have to get the LT4 badge put on the wing. I had an LT1 badge on my SS wing, but anyway, all that's beside the point. If you're looking at getting a ZL1, man, I really have enjoyed it. I haven't had any major problems out of it. That's the main point for the video. If you have any special questions for me about anything I do on this entire channel, I'm not like a normal YouTuber. Please connect with me. Comment in the comments. Talk to me. I don't mind talking back to you guys. This is what I do for a living. I run a trucking company. I actually run 2 now. And, you know, that's just what I do. So I don't have a lot of free time, and I got time to get on here and talk to you guys. I'd like to communicate with you, talk shop. Maybe you can tell me some things that I don't know. I can tell you some things that you don't know. But this is an all-around beast. I say if you got the money, and you just know that you got the money, go buy SS, supercharge it. You know, slap that supercharger on there, slap the FBO on there, do what you want to do, and then it's probably better off to have an SS. I'm not sure, but if I had to say so myself, I would still say go ahead, spend the extra money, get the ZL1, because it's already supercharged. You don't have to buy fuel systems. You don't have to buy the supercharger. You don't have to do none of that stuff. It already comes with it. Then all you got to do is do some FBO mods, and you're running. You're fucking everything on the road up, excuse my French, but I haven't found nothing to beat me yet. I've been racing in Houston. I've raced Mustang 5.0s, GT350s. I raced a GT500. Now the GT500, if the circumstances were different than they were, he would have beat me. But of course, you know that, you know, roll race horsepower takes over. Except for with Hellcats, they're just weak, man. I just do not like a Hellcat. They cannot hang. I have never had one beat me yet. Even in my SS, I was finna gap the Hellcat, and in the 8th mile, I did. So ZL1, best car on the street, best platform to build on. And I do know that the motor is a little different. It's the LT4 motor versus the Camaro SS having the LT1 motor. So if you don't know what the difference is between those two, look them up and it'll tell you. I've really noticed a big difference in the climb from the SS to the ZL1, and I would never go back. I'm never going to get rid of my ZL1. If I do, it's going to just be because I've gotten into something exotic, which is coming very soon. But I still want to keep my ZL1 and make it a track car, a drag car, even if I do get the, you know, Lamborghini or whatever I decide to pick up. But I won't make this a circle track car or anything like that. It'll be a strictly drag racing car, and I'm not gonna do no 1,500 horsepower or craziness. I may go to 1,000, but I think my comfort zone is gonna be between 850 and 950. I don't think I'm gonna want to go any higher than that. But yeah, all around great car. Freaking love it. Never had any big issues out of it within this 6-month time period. There's not a thing I would change. My mind is still my mindset is exactly the same as when I bought this thing. Of course, I was a lot more excited, but still, every morning I walk out the door and see that ZL1 badge on the back of my car. I love it. And of course, we can afford whatever we want. You know, it's not, we are fortunate, thank God, thank heaven above. But this is just the car of my choice for now. I'm deciding to, you know, stick with this and do my thing with it and build it. And then one day when I get ready, I'll move into something bigger, and that'll be great. So will all my boys. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking. Looks like I've been on here for too long already. I'm sure half of you probably already clicked off, but if you stayed this long, I sure appreciate it. I appreciate every bit of it. Thank you guys for watching. Y'all have a great day, and please come back and check out all my videos. Going to get that muffler cut out this weekend, and would love to hear what that sounds like. I'm getting rid of it. I don't care. My thoughts on that are, I bought the car to be a race car. I didn't buy it to put around and be quiet. So no need for quiet mode. Great feature, Chevrolet. Appreciate it. You know, Mustang's got it too, but oh well, that's just my thoughts, and I'm gonna go get that done, and I'm gonna make it a screaming beast. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe, like, hit the bell to be notified, because I'm gonna start flooding with more content again. I took a pretty good break, but I'm coming back. Me and the boys gonna get out here with the cars in Florida, and we're gonna have a blast. We got some guys up in South Florida that we're gonna go link with, and they got, you know, C8s and SSs, ZL1s, all this kind of stuff, Hellcats. A couple of them got some Lamborghinis, so we're gonna go hook up with them and get some good content in. I've been waiting to get down here to get that done. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I appreciate y'all for watching, and have a great day. Peace.